Okay, what is the halacha if somebody is frying matzah during Pesach? He's frying the matzah during Pesach. What is the bracha on matzah that has been fried? So the bracha on matzah that has been fried is hamutzi. If the size is equal to kazait, right? The machine-made matzahs, they are usually 32 grams, that's 3 kazait, and therefore the bracha is hamutzi, not only during Pesach, right? Even after Pesach, it's still hamutzi, because that is a big size that is considered like lechem, even though that is matzah, but is the way that is being eaten, even though that has been fried, is still hamutzi. Now, if the pieces are less than kazait, let's say you have these pieces of matzah, right, and you're frying them, right, and you're adding eggs to it, or even if you're not adding eggs to it, you're frying pieces of matzah, and together they are more than kazait, right? If they are more than kazait, right, and if I correct myself, if there was no eggs mixed with it, it was just pieces of matzah, and these pieces are less than kazait, and you're having all of that together, then the bracha on that is hamutzi, because this is again they all equal together kazait, right? So even though that you cannot see the bread after you fry it, is not actual, doesn't look like bread, but nevertheless the bracha is hamutzi. If the bread piece, now if somebody is frying bread piece, right, and this bread piece, right, is you could leave it. I'm going to take care of it. If the bread piece is less than kazait and one is frying them, the bracha is mezonot. Right? If one has the amount of equal to 4 betzot, right, like more than 88 grams of matzah, and he's frying them, right, he's frying these matzahs, right, and then he needs to make he needs to make netilah, right, and make hamutzi on them. But if one who fries pieces of matzah with egg and oil, even more than kazait, right, it is mezonot. Now this is the chidush, right, because this is not really, it doesn't look like bread anymore, has been fried with eggs and oil. There is oil and eggs mixed with it, and in the bracha rishona, the first bracha is mezonot, bracha acharona is ala mechiyah, right? When do we say the bracha is hamutzi? When the matzah is in a whole piece, it's not pieces, right? But if it's less than right, if it's less than kazait, right, and it's pieces, then the bracha is mezonot, right? Now, what about if somebody gets matzah flour and makes it into balls, famously known as matzah balls, or he makes them into kufte, whether during Pesach or after Pesach, the bracha on that matzah ball is mezonot, right? It's mezonot. Now, if somebody doesn't have time to have bread during breakfast, then what he could do is that he doesn't have time for bikat hamazon. He can get matzah flour, mix it with egg and oil, and fry it. And even if he has more than 300 grams, right? Even more than 400 grams, still the bracha is mezonot, and the bracha acharona is ala mechiyah. We do not say, okay, you had more than required amount, so you should have washed and make netilah and hamutzi and nevarech. We don't say that. No Birkat Hamazon is required in this case. Why? Because these matzot that have been fried with eggs, they lose their shem bread. They don't look like bread, right? And it's not compared to cake, because cake is soft, it's very comparable to bread, and it's not so much comparable to crackers, because now the whole piece has changed, right? So this halakha of having matzah flour and making them into pieces and frying them with egg is different than crackers fried or having a big portion of cake. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen.